This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
2, 3.
There you go. All right, the runner, Cornell, advances over to third. I don't need to hear myself talking.
That's all right. Technical issues are all figured out, thank goodness.
So the 3-1, and it's going to be a walk for Day, putting runners at first and third.
Day walks.
Bringing up the second baseman, Lincoln Bowers. All right, sorry about that. We had some audio issues here. Steve Stricker with Libby Wojcik coming to you from the Town and Country 10U Championship. Day number 2, game number 1. We have Manchester taking on Whitko. We're in the bottom of the first. Whitko with a 1-0 lead, but they have runners at the corners with 2 outs. And the 2-0 to Bowers. Advances Day over to second. So Whitko with runners at second and third. Bowers with a 2-0 count here with 2 outs. Baker trying to find the strike zone here and get that third out. And he's not going to do it there. It's going to be high, ball 3. So Baker in danger of loading up the bases here with 2 outs. Bowers with a rip and a strike. 3-1 now. And so the 3-1 pitch to Bowers with 2 outs, 2 on for Whitko. And that's going to be a walk issued by Baker.
Bowers walks, bringing up number 7.
Loading the bases for the number 7 batter. Number 7, Hunter Hughes, the right fielder. So Hughes up at the plate with 2 outs, bases loaded. And the ball gets away from Baker here. And a swing and a miss, evens the count at 1-1. Baker trying to get himself out of a jam here at the bottom of the first. He's got 2 outs, but the bases are loaded for Whitko. The 1-1 pitch. And the swing and a miss. And a little indecision there on third. And good job there by Baker covering home. And it keeps Cornell at third. So Baker just needs 1 more strike here and getting himself out of a big jam here in the bottom of the first. And here comes Cornell. The play at the plate, and Curtis can't find the ball, and Cornell is going to score, plating the second run of the inning, putting Whitko ahead 2-0. So 2-2 count here to the right fielder, Hughes. That one just a little bit high, brings the count full, 3-2. Baker trying to find that third strike here to get the third out of the inning. Whitko with runners at first and second. Right fielder Hughes at the plate. And it's going to be a walk. So the base is going to be loaded once again. That's going to bring up the left fielder, number 8, Darren Day.
Up next for Whitko, number 8, Darren Day.
Ball gets away from the catcher, but no play. Dayton Day at third. 1-0 to Darren Day. I assume they're brothers, but I don't know that. 1-0 pitch by Baker hits in front of the plate for ball 2.
Devin Day's hit by a pitch, bringing up number 22, Hayden Reed.
So Day gets hit by that pitch. Walking in his brother, Dayton Day, for the third run of the inning. Whitko leading 3-0, bases still loaded. Brings up number 22, the center fielder, Hayden Reed. Reed takes ball 1 low and outside. Bottom of the first inning here at Rochester. Whitko with the bases loaded, 3-0 lead. And ball 2. And the play at the plate. And Bowers is going to score on the wild pitch. So Bowers gets across, bringing the 4th run of the inning for Whitko. And Reed looking at a 2-0 count here from Baker with runners advancing to second and third. The runner stays. Hughes stays at third. And Reed takes ball 3. And Hughes kind of indecisive a little bit there, decides to go. And he steals home.
Brings up the leadoff hitter, number 9, Colt Kyler.
So Reed walks. Hunter Hughes scores. Darren Day advances over to third. And Hayden Reed advances to second on the walk. And coach is out to talk to Baker. Colt Kyler, the leadoff hitter for Whitko, is going to be back up here. Still in the bottom of the first. Whitko with a 5-0 lead. Got 2 outs, but they've not been able to find that third out yet. Left-handed hitting Kyler back up here. And Day is able to score on the wild pitch by Baker. Advancing Reed over to third base. Colt Kyler with a 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch by Baker. Yeah, swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. Count even at 1-1. Baker delivers. And a great play there by the catcher, Curtis, and he gets the runner out trying to steal home. Gets Manchester out of the inning.
After one, Whitko leads 6-0.
So after one, Whitko leads 6-0. And we come back to the bottom of the top of the second. It's going to be Nessler, Klein, and Nessler for Manchester. We're going to take a break.
6 for 5.
Oh, we already took a break.
Yep, we're going to take a break after these before we start the top of the second.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank, online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Okay, we are back here at the 10U tournament game. Tonight we have Whitko versus Manchester. And I'm Libby Wojcik, here with Steve. Steve, how do you say your last name?
Stricker.
Stricker.
Yep, Steve Stricker. So, yeah, it was a rough bottom of the first there for Manchester. They got 2 outs with only 1 run plated. And Whitko was able to score 5 before a great play by the Manchester catcher, Cody Curtis, to get the runner, Hayden Reed, on the attempted steal off of the wild pitch. So they got out of the inning. Whitko leads 6-0 after 1. So we had some audio issues as we started off, and so I read off the lineups, and we probably didn't catch that. So Manchester lineup. The first baseman was your leadoff hitter, Cody Carroll, number 19. The shortstop, number 27, Michael Green, was the second batter. The pitcher, number 66, Reese Baker, is the third batter. And the catcher, number 4, Cody Curtis, is the fourth batter. So coming up here at top of the second, it's going to start off with the second baseman, Jacob Nessler. Nessler takes ball 1. And then Caden Klein is going to be batting after him. He plays third base. Number 8, Patrick Nessler, is going to be the 7th batter. He plays right field. And Nessler takes strike 1, counts 1-1. Number 8 batter is going to be the center fielder, number 34, Maddox Arnett. And then the number 9 batter is number 21, Asher Hall, the left fielder. Nessler takes ball 2. 2-1 count here to the leadoff hitter in the second inning, Jacob Nessler, the second baseman. And a swing and a miss evens the count at 2. The pitcher for Whitko is the number 1, Drew Bingaman. Struck out 3 in the first with 1 walk. And we have a full count now on Jacob Nessler. And he takes the walk.
Nessler draws the walk, bringing up the third baseman, number 7, Caden Klein.
that will bring up the third baseman, number 7, Caden Klein, with no outs, 1 on here for Manchester. And a swing a little late for Klein, takes strike 1. And Klein swings on that one as well. 0-2 count here for Klein. Bingaman able to paint the corner on that one, and Klein went after it. Klein takes strike 3 for out number 1.
Bringing up the right fielder, number 8, Patrick Nessler.
And that's going to bring up the right fielder, number 8, Patrick Nessler. Right-handed hitting batter here. Takes ball 1, a little low and inside. Strike right on the inside corner of the plate. Nessler's going to steal second. Patrick Nessler with a 1-1 count here. Bingaman a little low on that one. Ball 2. So Patrick Nessler at the plate. Jacob Nessler at second. All right, a little discussion with Jacob there at second base by the first base coach. And the delivery, strike 2, evens the count at 2-2 for Patrick Nessler. Top of the second inning, we have 1 out, 1 on, 2-2 count. Bingaman delivers just a little bit off the inside corner of the plate, fills the count at 3-2. Nessler can't find the inside corner, or Bingaman can't find the inside corner on Nessler. So we have Nessler on second and Nessler on first, bringing up the number 8 hitter, the center fielder, number 34, Maddox Arnett.
Correction, left fielder number 21, Asher Hall is up.
What happened to Arnett? All right, so it's actually the left fielder Hall going to be batting. Arnett is on deck. Hall takes strike 1. So the count is 1-1. And that one's going to be over his head. The runners will advance to second and third. 2-1 count to Asher Hall with 1 out here in the top of the second. Manchester trying to get on the board here in the second inning. Hall couldn't hold back on that check swing. Takes strike 2, evens the count at 2-2. With Nessler on third and Nessler on second. And strikes him out on the strikeout to Hall. And that will bring up the center fielder, number 34, Maddox Arnett.
Number 34, Maddox Arnett.
It's Arnett's first appearance at the plate. Takes ball 1 low. Gets this called strike 1. So Arnett with a 1-1 count here in the top of the second. Fouls that one off to the home base dugout for strike 2. 1-2 count here gets the strikeout. Arnett goes down looking for strike 3, and that's going to do it for us here after 1.5 innings. Whitko leads 6-0. We'll be back here in just a moment.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Shepherd's Chevrolet Buick in Rochester treats you like family. Shepherd's offers a wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles to fit your budget. Stop out for your test drive today, online at shepherdsrochester.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Dave, does his count reset?
No, new count.
New count resets.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yes, it reset, yeah.
All right, welcome back here. We're going to start the bottom half of the second inning. Whitko is going to be up to bat. It's going to be Colt Kyler back up to bat. He was actually up at the end of the first when his teammate, Hayden Reed, got caught trying to steal home. So he's going to get to reset his count and get to attempt another at-bat here. So Kyler, Bingaman, and Ebbinghaus for Whitko here in the bottom of the second inning. So Abby's working with me here. They got some new Libby.
Abby's away.
I'm Abby tonight.
Away. Yeah.
I'm Abby, you're Libby.
Yes.
But working with me here on some of the new stuff that they have. Technology stuff that they have with the bases and the score and everything. A little different than my normal setup that I have for basketball. So it's a good picture for those at home. I mean, they get to see, we got runners on first and third, and then the score is up there at the top. So,
And for the tourney this time, we're switching it up, and we're putting a game in the top right corner because on our scheduling, we're going by game 1, game 2, game 3.
Gotcha.
Things like that.
So pitch 1 is in the dirt for Kyler, ball 1, as we start off the bottom half of the second inning. Reese Baker continues on the mound here for Manchester. Let's go through the lineups. Whitko, since we kind of had some audio issues, of course, actually starting off with the leadoff hitter, number 9, Colt Kyler. He plays third base for Whitko. Following him is going to be number 1, Drew Bingaman, the pitcher. And the 1-0 takes ball 2. The third hitter for Whitko is going to be number 10, Crew Ebbinghaus, the catcher. The cleanup hitter is going to be number 14, Keaton Cornell, the shortstop. 2-0 to Kyler. And ball 3. The number 5 hitter for Whitko is number 3, Dayton Day, the first baseman. The number 6 hitter is number 2, Lincoln Bowers, the second baseman. As Kyler looks at the 3-0 pitch coming in here from Baker. And takes ball 4 outside. So the walk will bring up the pitcher, number 1, Drew Bingaman, who walked and stole home on his first time up. The number 7 hitter for Whitko is going to be Hunter Hughes, wearing number 7 and playing right field. Number 8 hitter, wearing number 8, is left fielder Darren Day. And number 9 is Hayden Reed, wearing number 22 and playing center field. And no play on the steal to second. The ball was in there for a strike to Bingaman. Kyler steals, moving down to second with nobody out. Count goes even at 1-1. And they make the play down to third on the steal by Kyler. And he's going to move on and score on the wild throw down to third.
The runner on second left early. After the 40, he's out.
Okay, so the attempted score by Kyler turns into an out because he left early from second base. So we now have 1 out, 1-1 count, and he catches the outside corner. Baker gets strike 2 on the pitcher, Bingaman. Count goes to 1-2 with 1 out and nobody on. Baker delivers, and that's outside for ball 2, evens it up at 2-2. Bingaman walked his first time up, takes ball 3. So Baker had 1 and 2, throws 2 straight balls, and is in danger of walking Bingaman again here with a 3-2 count. And the shot down to second, play to first, and they get the out. The 4-3 put out for Manchester.
Bingaman grounds out to the second baseman, bringing up number 10, Crew Ebbinghaus.
Brings up the catcher, number 10, Crew Ebbinghaus, with 2 outs and nobody on for Whitko. Great play that time by Manchester's second baseman, Jacob Nessler, fielding the ball cleanly, getting it over to Carroll for the out. Baker a little high on that one. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs here in the top half of the bottom half of the second inning. The pitch goes in behind Ebbinghaus for ball 2. Let's see if Manchester can find that third out. They struggled in the first inning with finding that third out. Got 2 outs pretty quickly. And there's ball 3 by Baker. Ebbinghaus struck out his first time up in the first inning. 3-0 count here. Baker delivers, and Ebbinghaus is going to take the walk. Bringing up number 14, Keaton Cornell, the shortstop for Whitko. Cornell was hit by the pitch his first time up, stole 2 bases to score. Baker delivers, strike 1. Ebbinghaus on first. 0-1 count. Got 2 outs, 1 on here in the bottom of the second. Just a bit outside for Baker, evens the count at 1-1. And a swing and a miss for a strike 2. Let's see if Baker can find that third strike. And a hit, going to be over the shortstop's head into center, and the center fielder can't play it. Ebbinghaus rounds third, and he's going to stay. And that's going to be a stand-up double for Cornell.
Cornell doubles, bringing up number 3, Dayton Day.
So the double to center field, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, number 3, Dayton Day. So Cornell on second, Ebbinghaus on third. Day comes to the plate with 2 outs here for Whitko. Curtis struggling a little bit there to find that one on ball 1. Ebbinghaus stays at third. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1 today. Little cat and mouse there between Ebbinghaus and Baker. The 1-1 pitch. Just a bit high right down the middle. Makes the count 2-1. Day walked his first time up here. Ooh, just on the outside corner, takes ball 3. Manchester trying to find that third out. And ball 4 in the dirt, loads the bases for Whitko. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, number 2, Lincoln Bowers.
To the plate, number 2, Lincoln Bowers.
So Day's on first, Cornell's on second, Ebbinghaus on third. Bowers walked his first time up. The ball sails away from the catcher. Ebbinghaus is going to stay at third. The 1-0 to Bowers. Ball 2 just a little high. Never really seen a coach come out and yell at a kid in the middle of play like that. All right, the 2-0 pitch. Ball 3 in the dirt. Ebbinghaus, and they get him at home. He'd been playing cat and mouse with Baker, and he tries it, and great job by Baker and a great job by Curtis. And they get him stealing. They find the third out. No runs, 3 on. Whitko still leads 6-0. We're going to be back with the top of the third. It's going to be leadoff hitter Carroll Green, and Baker will be back here on RTC4.com.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Blue Dragon Taekwondo. Whether you want to learn self-defense, physical cross-training, or looking to compete in national tournaments, Blue Dragon Taekwondo is the area's leading martial arts authority. Online at tkdbluedragon.com. RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, and we are back here at the 10U tournament here in Rochester, Indiana. I'm Libby Wojcik here with Steve Stricker.
Stricker.
I see you got my name.
I wrote
perfect.
your name down with the pronunciation so I can remember.
I'll get it one of these days. And right now we have Whitko versus Manchester. We're going to have Manchester up to bat here with Whitko out on the field. Currently, Whitko has a lead of 6 runs, and Manchester has no runs in at the top of the 3rd inning, but I feel like they're due to change that soon.
Well, Manchester's going to be back up to the top of their lineup. It's going to be the leadoff hitter, Cody Carroll, leading off the top of the 3rd here, followed by Michael Green and the pitcher, Reese Baker. So we'll see if second time around here they can get something rolling.
Yeah.
They had 2 on at the end of the inning, or the top of the 2nd, but were unable to get them around and get them plated. So we'll see if they can get around here this time. So Carroll up to bat against the pitcher, Drew Bingaman. And a nice swing and a hit, and it's going to go in between center and right. And he is going to be on his horse. Carroll rolling around to 3rd, and they're going to send him. And he's going to get home inside the Parker by Carroll. And what a way to lead off the 3rd inning by Cody Carroll with an inside the park home run.
I told you they're going to get it here soon.
Yes, you did.
I need to say that more often, I guess.
That was a great hit right in the gap between center and right. And Carroll got on his horse quickly and puts the first run on the board for Manchester. And a foul ball off the knuckles right there by Green. That one smarts right there off the skinny part of the bat. Evens the count at 1-1. A little excitement here as we get going in the top of the 3rd. What a play by Carroll.
It's going to be hard to beat.
And Green takes strike 2 right down the middle. And gets him looking, strike 3. That's going to bring up the pitcher, number 66, Reese Baker. Baker walked his first time up in the top of the 1st. Left-handed hitting batter. Takes ball 1 low. You see that more than you'd think. He's a right-handed pitcher, but a left-handed batter. Count even 1-1 with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Ball 2 outside to Baker. Manchester got on the board with the leadoff hitter Cody Carroll hitting an inside the park home run to right center field. Whitko still leads 6-1. Baker 3-1 count. So Baker takes the walk. 2nd time he's walked here in the game.
Baker walks, bringing up number
4th walk issued by Bingaman, and that's going to bring up number 30, Cody Curtis, the catcher. Curtis struck out his first time up for the final out of the first inning for Manchester. Takes strike one right down the middle. Good pitch there by Bingaman. Pitcher Reese Baker on first for Manchester. Have one out here in the top of the third. Oh, big swing by Curtis on an inside heater. And can't connect. Ball strike two to the catcher. 0-2 delivery. Curtis swings and loses his bat. Strikes out on 3 pitches. So with 2 outs, that's going to bring up the second baseman, number 10, Jacob Nessler. Foul ball? No. Guess I should have paid more attention to that.
It happens. Trust me. I'll let you know. Things like that is what's taught me baseball this summer the most.
Well, I was just a pitch ahead because then he struck out.
Yep.
So that brings up the second baseman, number 10, Jacob Nessler. Nessler swings and misses on the first pitch. So now with 2 outs, Bingaman delivers low. Runner stays at first. 1-1 now to Jacob Nessler. Strike 2 to Nessler. Right down the heart of the plate by Bingaman. 1-2 with 2 outs. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's going to do it here for the top of the third. 1 run crossed, 1 left. And after 2.5, Whitko leads 6-1.
All right, and with that, we will be right back after some advertisers and sponsor mentions.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. RTC Fiber Communications. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
First 3 batters for Whitko. Bowers, Hughes, and Day.
All right, welcome back here after 2.5. Whitko leads 6-1 over Manchester. So starting off the bottom of the third, it's going to be Lincoln Bowers, Hunter Hughes, and Darren Day for Whitko. Baker stays on the mound for Manchester. Steve Stricker here with Libby Wujik.
Yeah.
Wujik. And we're bringing you Rochester Youth League Baseball here as part of the Town and Country Tournament, the 10U division. Day number 2, Manchester and Whitko playing the first game. We're going to follow that up with Tippecanoe Valley and Bremen. The winner of this game and the winner of the Tippy Valley Bremen game will meet on Saturday at 3 p.m.
Number 2, Lincoln Bowers batting.
And the first 2 teams playing Saturday are going to be Plymouth and Rochester. They won yesterday and advanced in the winner's bracket. Shows bunt, pulls back, ball 1 for Bowers. So Plymouth defeated Northwood 6-5 yesterday, and Rochester defeated Fairfield 16-2. And Plymouth and Rochester will play tomorrow at 1, followed by the 2 winners here tonight. They will play tomorrow at 3.
We're going to be covering all the games tomorrow from 9 a.m. all the way to 5:30. A couple of those are going to be airing on the Argus channel because the Queen pageant will interrupt.
All right.
So just look for that.
Bunt goes foul for Bowers. Evens the count. No, it's 2-1. So yeah, the losers bracket's going to kick off at 9 a.m. It's going to be Northwood and Fairfield, and then it's going to be either Manchester and Whitko and Tippy Valley or Bremen. The 2 losers of those 2 games will be facing off at 11. So 4 games tomorrow, and then we've got a couple games on Sunday, and then a championship game on Monday.
I think we'll have 4 games on Sunday.
4 games again on Sunday.
Yep.
Well, I'll be with you here both games tonight, and then I've got 2 games scheduled on Sunday. So we'll be helping you out here. I know they said, Scott said that he's going to have, I don't remember who he said he's going to have here on Sunday. There's going to be
Jeremy and I will be here on Sunday, and Dakota will be here all tomorrow. And on
Sunday night, maybe? Dakota?
Nope, he doesn't have to work on Sunday.
He gets Sunday off.
Yeah. That's the holy day.
All
he gets it off.
So Hughes swings on the first pitch, strike 1. Bowers walked. So he's at first. And evens the count. The wild pitch, Bowers is going to advance over to second. And the pitch goes in behind him. So the 1-2 pitch to Hughes. Takes ball 2 in the dirt.
Ooh. Yep.
Bowers advances to third. The 2-2, 1 on. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Whitko up to bat. Just a bit outside. Runs the count full, 3-2 to Hunter Hughes. Left fielder Darren Day on deck for Whitko. Baker looks, delivers a 3-2 pitch. Just misses the outside corner. Curtis can't find the ball. Clear up against the fence. And Bowers scores. And the runner advances all the way over to third.
Bauer scores in a pass ball.
So the pass ball, Curtis couldn't find it. Hughes walks. So Bowers scores. Hughes gets all the way over to third on 2 stolen bases. Bringing up the left fielder, number 8, Darren Day. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the first. Takes ball 1 high. So Whitko gets back the run that they gave up in the top of the 3rd. Gets their lead back up to 6, 7-1 with 1 on 3rd. And a big swing and a miss on an inside pitch today. Evens the count at 1-1. Takes ball 2 low in the dirt. Hughes looks down the line a little bit, ends up going back to third. 2 balls, 1 strike today. Just a little bit high there for Baker. Ball 3 today. Count goes to 3-1. Strike 2. Good pitch there by Baker. Brings the count full to 3-2. Let's see if he can find that third strike here and get it out. And it's going to be high. Gets past the catcher. Good job there by Curtis to get the ball.
Walk. Up next, number 22, Hayden Reed.
Brings up the center fielder, number 22, Hayden Reed, with 2 on and nobody out. Reed walked and then was tagged out trying to steal in the first. Reed takes ball 1 and then low. Day advances over to second on the wild pitch. Hughes stays at third. Count to Reed goes to 2-0. Two-0 count, misses inside. Ball gets away. Hughes is going to score. And they're going to get him out. Day tried to come around and get the second run off of that wild pitch.
Scores on a wild pitch. Day thrown out at the plate.
Day does not make it. Hughes does. So Reed with the 3-0. Base is now empty with 1 out. Ball 4 in the dirt. Going to bring up the number 1 batter, number 9, Colt Kyler.
Number 9, Colt Kyler, the next batter for Whitko.
Kyler walked his first 2 times up and was thrown out stealing home in the second inning. Reed takes second on the wild pitch. One ball, no strikes to Kyler. 1 out, bottom of the third. Runner on second for Whitko. Ball 2 low. Seven-run lead here for Whitko, 8-1. Somehow Kyler's able to get away from that. Doesn't get hit. Takes ball 3 inside. And Kyler walks on 4 pitches.
Kyler walks. Up next, number 1, Drew Bingaman.
Bringing up the pitcher, number 1, Drew Bingaman. Bingaman walked his first time up and was thrown out by the second baseman in the second inning. 2 on, 1 out. Runners will advance. So runners on second and third. 1 ball, no strikes to Bingaman. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Ooh, high and inside there for Baker. Ball 2. Ooh, shot to the right field. It's going to plate 1 run. Second run around third is going to score. Bingaman's going to be held at first, but Reed and Kyler will both score, giving Whitko a 10-1 lead here in the bottom of the third. So Bingaman goes opposite field out to right.
Up next, number 10, Crew Ebbinghaus.
Bringing up the catcher, number 10, Crew Ebbinghaus. Struck out in the first, walked, and stole home. No, he stole 1 base. In the second, foul ball down the right field line. 0-1 to Ebbinghaus. Bingaman on first. We have 1 out. Bottom of the third. Whitko leads 10-1. Ebbinghaus at the plate. Swing, foul tipped. 0-2 now to Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus takes ball 1 high. Count goes to 1-2. Takes ball 2 outside. Bingaman takes second base on the wild pitch. Ebbinghaus is going to shed the gloves here with a 2-2 count. Bingaman on second. Two-two pitch by Baker outside. Bingaman's going to steal third on the wild pitch. Full count 3-2 now for the catcher Ebbinghaus. 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Swing and ooh, they're going to say that he was able.
14, Teton Cornell.
Looked like he went around, but they're going to say that he was able to hold that back. He's going to take the walk. Bringing up the shortstop, number 14, Keaton Cornell. Runners at the corner for Whitko. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. And the pop fly back to the fence for strike 1. Cornell had a double his last time up here in the bottom of the second, was hit by a pitch in the bottom of the first, went on to score. A 0-1 count to Cornell. Runners on first and third for Whitko. One out here in the bottom of the third. Ball one in the dirt. Runner's going to steal home on the wild pitch, and he gets in safe. That's Bingaman. So Bingaman gets home. Ebbinghaus gets all the way around to third. On the wild pitch, 1-1 count to Cornell. One pitch goes outside in the dirt to Cornell. 2-1. Dayton Day is on deck for Whitko. Cornell takes ball three outside. 3-1 count. Takes ball four high. So Cornell gets on with the walk, bringing up number 3, the first baseman, Dayton Day.
Ebbinghaus scores.
Ebbinghaus steals
Dayton Day.
home. Cornell advances to second. Scores 12-1, one out here in the bottom of the third, and the first baseman, number 3, Dayton Day, at the plate. Big swing and a miss on an inside pitch. Strike one today. Five runs across here for Whitko in the bottom of the third. One on, one out. Strike two. On the big swing by Day, Cornell advances over to third as the ball gets past the catcher, Curtis. See if Baker can find that third strike and get that second out here in the inning. Day takes ball one in the dirt. Count goes to 1-2. Count goes even at 2-2. Runner goes and gets across. That's Cornell with the steal, making it 13-1. Count is even at 2-2 today. big swing and a strikeout today for out number 2.
Day strikes out, bringing up number 2, Lincoln Bowers.
It's going to bring up the second baseman, number 2, Lincoln Bowers. Bowers led off this inning with a walk and was able to get around to home. Foul ball off the first base line. Oh and 1, we got 2 outs, nobody on. Takes ball 1 outside, 1-1. Whitko leads 13-1 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2. Let's see if Manchester can find that 3rd out. It's been tough for him here in the first 2 innings trying to find that 3rd out. See what Baker can do here with a 1-2 count. And a hit down the third base line. Third baseman fields it. Play to first is not in time. And the single to Bowers.
Bowers brings up number 7, Hunter Hughes.
Bringing up the right fielder, number 7, Hunter Hughes. Hughes walked earlier in this inning. Stole 2 bases and scored. And the play at second is off. Ball gets out into center field. And around third. And the play at the plate, and another play. Curtis gets Bowers out at the plate.
Bowers thrown out of the plate to end the inning. After 3, Whitko leads 13-1.
So Bowers gets thrown out, stealing.
The winner.
And after 3, we have Whitko 13, Manchester 1. We're going to take a break, come back here on RTC4.com in just a moment.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank, online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, we're back here on RTC TV4. We have some live coverage of the Town and Country League 10U tournament here at the Rochester Fields. We're covering that this whole weekend. It started last night, and it's going until Monday.
We are in game number 1 of our coverage here this evening. It's Whitko and Manchester. Whitko leads 13-1. Top of the 4th inning, getting ready to start. It's going to be Manchester up to bat. And it's going to be Caden Klein, Patrick Nessler, and Asher Hall for Manchester. The only action for Manchester, Cody Carroll in the top of the 3rd led off with a center field, right center field shot that almost went to the fence and was able to get around on the in-the-park home run. Other than that, they've been pretty well handled by the pitcher, Drew Bingaman from Whitko. And the swing and the miss by Klein for strike 1.
Third baseman, number 7, Caden Klein.
Klein takes strike 2. So Bingaman 2 pitches, 2 strikes. Takes ball low and inside, 1-2. Takes ball 2, evens the count at 2-2. Count goes full, 3-2. So 2 straight strikes to start the at-bat by Bingaman, and 3 straight balls. Now it's a 3-2 count. And Klein takes ball 4, gets the walk.
Bringing up the right fielder, number 8, Patrick Nessler.
Bringing up the right fielder, number 8, Patrick Nessler. Nessler walked his only time up in the bottom of the top of the second. Nessler takes ball 1 low. Right-handed hitting Nessler. Backs out, takes ball 2. 2-0. Nessler takes strike 1. Count goes to 2-1.
Can we get a lineup for a minute?
Yeah, I got to make it up.
Yeah, very good. Thank you.
Good, are you? All right. No rain in the forecast.
Count goes even at 2-2 with that strike. And strikes out swinging. So 1 down. Brings up the left fielder, number 21, Asher Hall.
Nessler strikes out. Up next, the left fielder, number 21, Asher Hall.
With 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the 4th. Takes ball 1 outside. Hall takes ball 2. Count goes to 2-0 with 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the 4th. Hall takes ball 3 and walks on 4 pitches.
Well, Hall draws a walk, bringing up the center fielder, number 34, Maddox Arnett.
Number 34, Maddox Arnett, the center fielder, is your next batter here for Manchester. Struck out in the 2nd and is only a plate appearance. A little late on that one, hits it to the home dugout. Foul ball, strike 1 to Arnett. Got 2 on, 1 out. Oh, takes a hit. It's going to load the bases up.
Arnett hit by a pitch, brings up the first baseman, number 19, Cody Carroll.
All right, back up to the leadoff hitter, number 19, Cody Carroll, first baseman. Let's see if he can recreate the magic he had there in the last inning, Libby.
We shall see. I didn't predict it, so it might not happen, you know? But he might get it just from wild pitches. He might get to just walk it, and we'll have somebody walk in.
Bingaman had 2 strikes against Klein and has thrown 4, 6, 10 balls, 11 balls out of 15 pitches.
He got hit. I told you he was going to walk it. Oh, man. I think that's my my legacy. I'm a prophet.
So the second straight batter is hit by a pitch.
Sadly, that always bothers me when the boys get hit. I'm not going to lie.
That brings in Klein, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 27, Michael Green. And Whitko's coach out to talk to Bingaman. He's hit 2 batters in a row and thrown 11 balls out of the last 15 pitches he's thrown. So not sure if he's just wearing out a little bit, his arm's getting tired, or lost his focus a little bit. But they're talking to the pitcher, Bingaman. And the bases are loaded here in the top of the fourth. 13-2 is your score. Whitko still holds a commanding 11-run lead. And the shortstop, Green, up to bat.
This is the first year I was. That's not true. What? Didn't they have a kid that won't show until next weekend? Oh, that's the other question.
Takes strike one.
Not next weekend. No, not next weekend.
There's 2 on that
Next game.
roster.
Next game.
Okay. So
No, tomorrow they will be.
Oh, and he hits another one.
Next game.
So Green hit by a pitch.
They can't go with
So 3 straight batters hit by Bingaman. Plates a run.
Green gets hit by a pitch, bringing up the pitcher, number 66, Reese Baker.
Bringing up Baker, the pitcher who walked his first 2 times up in the first and the third with the bases loaded and only 1 out here for Manchester.
That's fine. They're not here. Not playing.
Catches the outside corner on that one, strike 1 to Baker.
But they're not playing. That's fine. That I can live.
Left-handed hitting pitcher. Ball 1 in the dirt. Evens the count at 1-1.
They're not here.
He said I'll bring him next weekend.
That's good.
So we wrote so on their copies that they have in their book, it's going to show our notes.
No, that's perfect.
No birth certificate.
Strike 2 called on Baker.
They're allowed to participate next weekend.
Caught the inside corner.
We'll be up tomorrow. We're just delivering trophies. Want to go camp.
Count goes even at 2-2 for Baker. Bases loaded with 1 out here in the top of the fourth for the pitcher, Baker.
Take care of yourself. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Ooh, would have been a good one to swing at. Takes strike 3 looking.
Matt's got it. Everyone's got it.
It's going to bring up the catcher, number 30, Cody Curtis, with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Curtis struck out both times up in the first and the third inning here for Manchester. Swing, and oh, that went off his hand. That one hurt. That didn't go off the skinny part of the bat. That went off his hand. Foul ball. Strike 1. And that's a knuckle ringer there for Curtis. So the coach is out talking to Curtis there, seeing if he's all right after he takes one off of his knuckle. Foul that one back.
Where are the boys at? Paul and them. Carson, yeah, she's looking for Carson.
I don't know. Stay away from Pollock. He's trouble.
Okay.
There's like no argument there.
Everybody's old man.
So the char's not filling out. I want to listen to my jams. Somewhere over the rainbow.
I like it.
Or my truck over there. I'll just pull it out.
Thank you very much.
Hey, you're welcome.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hold on. Let's make sure we can pronounce it. Chase
Oh.
Devon, Maddox, Hickman,
There you go. Okay. Good help.
Lynn Bates, Corbin,
Van Buren.
Van Buren, okay.
Van Buren.
Micah
2
Porter,
V's, right.
Max Barnes,
Yep.
Braden
Corwin.
Corwin,
Corwin.
okay, Hunter Cannon,
Yep.
and Cooper Stevens.
Yep.
Very good. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
All right, so let's see what we're going to do here. Curtis going to try and take a couple swings here, see how the hand. All right, it looks like he's good to go. All right, so Curtis is going to stay up there with the 0-1 count. Took the foul ball off of his hand. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th with the bases loaded. And a swing, strike 2 to Curtis. Bingman trying to get out of a jam here. Bases loaded for Manchester, top of the 4th. Takes ball 1 low. Good eye there by Curtis. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Retires the side. So Manchester leaves 3, scores 2.
Final Whitko 13, Manchester 3.
And that's going to do it. The final score is going to be Whitko 13 and Manchester 3. Whitko will advance to tomorrow's 3 o'clock game. They will await the winner of the Bremen-Tippy Valley game. And Manchester will drop down to the loser's bracket, and they will take on the loser of the Bremen-Tippy Valley game tomorrow at 11. So we're going to wrap it up here for game number 1. For Libby Wujik, I'm Steve Stricker saying good night from Rochester Field, where Whitko advances 13-3 over Manchester.